856 clues have come and gone, but 26 new ones are headed your way as part of this 32nd episode of Disney 100 Jeopardy. Welcome in. As always, I am your host, Bryan Perri, and thanks so much for joining me. Here are the rules on your screen. If this is your first time playing, welcome in. If it's not, no cheating. No cheating this episode, all right? Nah, who am I kidding? You can cheat. I don't care, because I won't know what you are doing. So, in last week's episode 31, I came up with a Final Jeopardy category, and I really hoped a lot of you liked it. In the comments, a lot of you did. It was songs in reverse. I played you a Disney tune backwards, and you had to guess what song it was. That, of course, will carry over to this episode 32 as we take a look at the board to see what else you will be quizzed on. There it is, songs in reverse. We'll start off the episode. Second category, one of the greatest Disney classics ever, 101 Dalmatians. Shout out to Powerpuff 97, who's requested this category for months and stayed persistent. So here we go, this is for you, pal. On to the third category, Once Upon a Time. That's right, the ABC series from last decade makes its Disney 100 debut. I was a huge Once Upon a Time fan until season 3. So honestly, I don't even know what happened there. Fourth category is your Disney Parks category of the week, Out with the Old. So a lot of your favorite Disney rides have replaced beloved attractions from yesteryear. I'll give you the name of a current attraction, and you'll have to tell me what it most recently replaced. And the fifth and final category, it's a simple one, initials. Not initials for characters, but I'll give you the initials of something within the Walt Disney Company, and you'll have to name what it is. All right, it is time for the easiest round of the game, the cupcake round. Each of these clues worth just 200 points each. Here comes songs in reverse for 200. Get ready for it. It'll play twice. All right, you've got 5 seconds. The correct answer is Gaston from Beauty and the Beast. Second clue on the board brings us to 101. The names of Roger and Anita's adult Dalmatians. They brought them together. The correct answer is Pongo and Perdita. Here's Once Upon a Time's first clue. The name of the town the story takes place. That would be Storybrooke. Out with the Old for 200. Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind. What did it replace? So it most recently replaced Ellen's Energy Adventure. That's your answer. Ellen's Energy Adventure, of course, replaced Universe of Energy, but what we're looking for is Ellen's Energy Adventure. And the fifth and final clue of the cupcake round brings us to initials. WDI. The correct answer is Walt Disney Imagineering. So how'd you do? Did you go 5 for 5? Are you racking up the points? I hope so. If not, fear not though, because here comes the 400-point round. These clues worth twice as much. They're a little harder though. We start with songs in reverse. You know the drill. Listen up. Well, the correct answer comes from one of last week's categories, Nightmare Before Christmas. I had no clues about Oogie Boogie, so I had to throw an extra one here. The correct answer is Oogie Boogie's song.
Cause this may be the last time you hear the boogie song. Whoa.
On to 101 for 400. The city where the majority of the film takes place. The correct answer is London, England. On to Once Upon a Time, second clue. Emma Swan is the daughter of these two Disney-inspired characters. Emma is the daughter of Snow White and Prince Charming. Before we move on to the next clue, I have to let you know, I have to be honest, I almost made a huge, egregious mistake on that last clue. For the first chunk of my editing, I had Elizabeth Swan as the daughter of Prince Charming and Snow White. But yep, no, Elizabeth Swan is from Pirates of the Caribbean. So luckily I caught it, or else there would have been riots in the street, I'm sure. Let's move on though. Here comes Out with the Old. The Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh at the Magic Kingdom. That replaced the beloved Mr. Toad's Wild Ride. Here comes your second set of initials. W-E-D. That is the one and only Walt's initials, Walter Elias Disney. When you hear Wedway and the old Wedway People Mover and stuff like that, there you go. It's from Walter's initials, Walter Elias Disney. All right, 10 clues down, 16 remain, including Final Jeopardy. Let's move on to the 600-point round now and start with Songs in Reverse. That tune is from the one and only Little Mermaid. It is Poor Unfortunate Souls.
Poor unfortunate souls in pain, in need.
On to your third clue from 101. Before being told to go to bed, the Dalmatian puppies watch an advertisement for this snack on TV. They all want some K9 Crunchies.
K9 Crunchies can't be beat. They make each meal a special treat. Happy dogs are those who eat nutritious K9 Crunchies.
Here's Once Upon a Time's 600-point clue. This character with a 15, count 'em, letter name, goes by Mr. Gold in Storybrooke. Rumpelstiltskin is the correct answer. He was one of my favorite characters when I watched. He was the best.
All magic comes with a price.
Here's Out with the Old for 6. Test Track. The original Test Track replaced World of Motion, and we're having a full circle moment here because announced at D23 is that Test Track is closing to become Test Track 3.0 basically, and it will elicit memories of World of Motion, which the original Test Track replaced. We'll see if it actually happens. Half the time these things don't even happen, but that's what Disney says, so I just report what they say. Let's move on now. Here comes your third set of initials. DCP. Shout out to my fellow alumni. DCP stands for the Disney College Program. I tell you what, if you still can do it, go do the DCP, apply online, go sign up at some random community college and then call Disney, apply, be like, hey, I'm eligible, and then go do it because it was life-changing. Awesome stuff. I said, I'll be here for 3 months, and then I worked for Disney for like 10 years. So Disney College Program for the win. Shout out. That's the way, 2014. Let's move on now to the fourth round. These are worth 800 points each. They'll be a little tougher. Songs in Reverse kicks things off.
If it's not our, if it's not our, if it's not our, if it's not our.
Oh, we're going with a little double 101 Dalmatian action. The correct answer is Cruella de Vil.
If it's not our, if it's not our, Cruella de Vil, Cruella de Vil.
From Cruella to 101, here comes your fourth clue. The name of the horse who kicks Jasper and Horace. His name is Captain.
Ready, Captain. Aim. Fire 1. Fire 2.
On to Once Upon a Time for 800. The show inspired this 2013 spin-off series that lasted just one season. The spin-off series was Once Upon a Time in Wonderland. On to Out with the Old for the fourth time. Buzz Lightyear's Space Ranger Spin. Alright, so this is a loaded one. The correct answer is Take Flight at the Magic Kingdom. Before it was Take Flight, it was Dream Flight, and before it was Dream Flight, it was Delta Dream Flight, since it opened in 1989, but for a few years before closing for Space Ranger Spin at the Magic Kingdom, it was Take Flight. Here comes your fourth clue from initials. MNSSHP. That stands for Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party. Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party is currently ongoing at the Magic Kingdom and features all the candy that you want and usually short wait times for rides, and of course the Boo to You Parade and Hocus Pocus on the castle stage. It's probably my favorite event, ticketed event that Disney does. I like it a little more than Christmas. Okay, it is time for the most overly dramatic soundtrack infused, unnecessarily spotlighted, that's the last one, part of the game, the 1,000 point round. Hit it. By the way, I'm rocking the Wanted shirt again, so if you want the Wanted shirt, make sure to check out our store right below this video. It has a Fast Pass on it. Remember Fast Passes? Yeah, remember when we used to get to skip the lines for free? Pepperidge Farm. Okay, here we go with the 1,000 point round. It's your last clue from Songs in Reverse. In my opinion, one of the greatest villain songs of all time. It's from Hunchback of Notre Dame, Hellfire.
I feel her, I see her, the sun caught in her raven hair.
Here comes your last clue from 101 Dalmatians. The number of puppies in Perdita's litter. Alright, so she did not have 99 puppies, hence the name 101 Dalmatians. Instead, she had 15. The correct answer is 15, and then they found 84 other Dalmatian puppies and then adopted them and then lived happily ever after.
10, 11,
11 puppies, Bongo Boy.
Wait a minute now, wait a minute. 13. No, 14. Oh, 15.
15.
And the mother's doing fine, love. Oh, you ducky thing, you.
15 puppies? Why, Bongo Boy, that's marvelous.
Here's your final clue from Once Upon a Time. In a wild plot twist, this character turns out to be Rumpelstiltskin's father. I vividly remember watching this and being like, my life has changed. My life has changed because of this. The correct answer is Peter Pan. On to the next clue. It brings us to Out with the Old for 1,000. Mickey's PhilharMagic at the Magic Kingdom. Before Mickey's PhilharMagic made its debut at the Magic Kingdom, in its place ran Legend of the Lion King.
All of the characters and many of the scenes from the Disney animated film The Lion King are brought to life in this 25-minute stage production.
Legend of the Lion King closed in 2002. Okay, here comes your final clue on the board. The 25th one brings us to initials. WWOS. That stands for Wide World of Sports. Wide World of Sports was a TV program on the now owned ABC channel, and of course, it is the sports location at Walt Disney World, Disney's Wide World of Sports, or ESPN. Do they still use the ESPN name? I think they still use the ESPN name. They own it, so yeah, ESPN Wide World of Sports. There you go, 25 clues are down, but one remains. The most important clue of the game that will ultimately determine how proud of yourself you will be for the next 7 days. Let's check out the category. I see you. This is a suggestion from the comment section. Shout out Matthew Craig 2554, who's been asking for a look through my eyes category. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna show you an extreme close-up of a Disney character's eyes, and you'll just have to name what character they are. I did see another comment that said, can we get it from their perspective? And I was like, that's awesome, but I draw like this. So I don't see how I would have been able to do that, but if I was more talented, maybe I could draw from someone's viewpoint, but no, not this guy. Anyway, so yeah, here we go. Make those wagers on how well you know Disney eyes. Okay, time is up. Let's check out the set of eyes that you'll have to identify. Good luck. All right, pens down, pencils down, feather and ink down. That's because time is up. Let's see what the final correct answer is in I See You. That would be Drizella from Cinderella.
You clumsy! You did it on purpose. You always
Girls.
It's her fault, Mother.
Above all, self-control.
Now, the reason I chose Drizella was, you might remember last week we did a VHS sequels category, and people were like, you have to watch A Twist in Time, because even though people have told you it's bad, you have to make the judgment for yourself. So I watched it, and it was okay. It really wasn't that terrible. The one thing that is absolutely awful is the ending of the movie, where they basically do erase everything that happened in the original Cinderella. They're like, no, you know what? We'll go with this story instead.
Would you like me to return you to your former lives?
Former lives?
Why, yes. You see, you two, well, you were already... Oh, never mind.
So actually, that does make it terrible. I hate that. And now that I say it out loud, I hate that ending. Next week's episode 33 of Disney 100 Jeopardy will feature the ICU category, so study those Disney eyes that you know and love. I've been your host, Bryan Perri. If you like what you saw, be sure to subscribe. Click that bell icon. Hello, bell. This way you're notified every time I come out with brand new content. I'll see you next time. Till then.
Bye-bye.